What's up, y'all? This your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome to the Drop That Podcast. This episode of Hip Hop Talk is brought to you by Laidback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the languages. Y'all can go on laidbacktv.com to see how you can download your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks. Enjoy a streaming network that you can bring home and take on the road with you. Now, let's get into some Hip Hop Talk, guys. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get the small shit out the way, because this is an interesting week. We talking Drake week, okay? Iceman is upon us. By the time we do the next episode, we're going to take a deep dive. You know what I mean? The news is already out by the time you see this. Drake is not just dropping one, not two, but 3 albums. You know what I'm saying? He got the Maid of Honor album. He's got the, I think it's called the Habibi, or whatever the fuck that the fucking name is. I think it's a Jewish thing. And then you got the Iceman album. You know what I'm saying? It's been a legendary rollout for him. I think this has been the best rollout. This is better than fucking For All the Dogs, whatever the fuck that rollout was. I think it's better than Scorpion rollout, Views rollout, Nothing Was the Same rollout. If you're reading this, it's too late. What a Time to Be Alive, Take Care, Thank Me Later, even So Far Gone. This has been a very legendary rollout, you know, and this is not even saying about the streams, you know, on the episode streams of Iceman and all that. That's actually entertaining. You know, you come from an acting fucking world, you know, with Degrassi anyway, so making it look cinematic is pretty up in his lane. He's got Toronto by the balls in order to do a great rollout where he can just do it in the city. I mean, he's got the keys to the city. You know, nobody represents Toronto like him. Not Bieber, not Weeknd, not Tory Lanez, nobody. You know, this nigga does represent the 6 real to the farthest extent. But I need time. I need at least a fucking week to deep dive the albums. This is not going to be a bias. It's going to be a very objective type of thought process and review of the albums. I haven't heard a great Drake album. I mean, y'all can say what y'all want. A great Drake album. You know, it's a coin toss between Views and Take Care to me, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And a lot of people slept on Thank Me Later anyway. I think that was a fucking all-star album. I mean, come on now. You got fucking production by Kanye. You got Jay on the fucking track. You got Wayne on a track when he was even in jail. You got, who the fuck else? You got Nicki on the fucking track. You got Alicia Keys. You got Swiss Beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got The Dream. You know, you got records. You got fucking records with everybody. Everybody wanted to jump on. He was the fucking freshest, the hottest free agent before jumping on Young Money, Cash Money. You know, now he's you know, he created that OVO sound wave, you know, with 40, you know, with the help of Boy Wonder and so forth. The rest is history. You know what I'm saying? Take Care. They try to, you know, they can, you know, there are people who argue if Views, or if you're reading this is too late, or Nothing Was the Same, or even fucking Take Care those were his last classics. You know, there's somebody who argues both or even one of them. I want to see a great album. I want to hear the slaps. You know, I want to hear a lot. I want to hear a lot on what Drake got. My thing is, a lot of people want him to reignite the beef. Go at every fucking body. It's been 2 years since the fucking battle ended. I'm pretty much done with him and Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe a recap, but that's it. You know, you're not winning. Re-challenging Kendrick, you're not winning. And I'm pretty sure with the 2-year fucking victory lap that Kendrick had, I don't think Kendrick really benefits, or he could find a benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at everything that Kendrick, like you know, fucking, you know, Not Like Us, #1, triple platinum, fucking, we were hearing the beginning of the intro to Squabble Up for fucking 6 months and didn't even know what the name of the song was called. The intro was just fucking playing for like 30 seconds on every radio station. And when we finally got the record, that record went up to #1. Fucking Luther with SZA went #1. The album GNX went #1. He fucking Won Grammys for the album. Won Grammys for the fucking Not Like Us. Went fucking did the Super Bowl. Did a grand national stadium tour with SZA. There's nothing that Kendrick could benefit from it. Just saying. But I want to hear it. I want to hear. That's the expectation I'm getting from Iceman and all the other albums. I don't want to hear. I just want to hear rap music. I just want to hear some hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sing to your ladies. You know, personally, from what I'm hearing, you know, I heard 1 a.m. in Albany, which, you know, Drake is legendary for the timestamps. He's always going to be legendary for the timestamps. But in the same sense, with that being said, the timestamps are legendary. You know, I'm hearing a lot on this 1 a.m. in Albany. You know, I'm hearing Kendrick, fucking Subliminals, LeBron, Joe Budden, Dre. I even heard a little bit of Khaled. What I don't understand is why he's not, like, why does he chooses to say certain names. I think he plays it safe. You know, he says Khaled name. You know, he's subliminal onto Drake. Onto Dr. Dre. You know, take out the AK, I could end up in jail. You know, take out AK and the name Drake, you got DRE. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking subliminal. You know, mentioning about the Bible with Kendrick. Subliminal, you ain't saying Kendrick's name. You're not saying Budden's name, because Budden getting back on the mic, you know, pause. Yeah, Budden, you know, I don't think you want to fuck with Joe Budden, because if Joe Budden get back his walking legs in the hip hop game, yeah, it's pretty much done. Budden is a lyrical fucking nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But yeah, I want to hear some great music out of Drake. You know what I mean? And speaking of Drake and Kendrick, apparently Kendrick's GNX and Not Like Us got removed from Apple Music. In the same week, Drake's Iceman is coming out. Coincidence? This has got to do with the lawsuit with Drake and UMG? Is it because K-Dot got new music coming out? Because there was a rumor that Iceman was coming, but Kendrick's Fireman might come out? I don't know. I don't think this is a coincidence. I think this is a subliminal move. Like, let's not listen to GNX and Not Like Us while Drake gets his shit off. Let's just call it what it is. A quiet Kendrick Lamar is a dangerous Kendrick Lamar. What happened last time Kendrick got quiet? We got the verse for Like That. We got the verse for Like That on Future and Metro Boomin's album. I don't know. Y'all better be careful. LeBron ain't got shit to say. He's not a rapper. He just lost with the Lakers. Got eliminated and swept by the OKC in the playoffs in the second round. Joe Budden, he's got the Joe Budden podcast. He's always going to say what the fuck he got to say. Drake can't stop him. You know, he's the podfather. You know, he's got an entity like bigger than no other. Kendrick's on fucking another dimension, but he benefits nothing with the rematch for Drake. Drake don't need to be battling nobody at all. He lost against Pusha. He lost against Kendrick. Fairly. You know, I respect Drake more on the Kendrick battle than I did for the Pusha battle. For the Pusher, you tapped out and complained, saying that you thought there were rules in fucking rap battles. Who the fuck told you that? It gotta be a nigga who lost. I battled niggas and I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I will cross the line. You go below the belt, I will go as low as hell. I will drag you to hell. I will make sure the devil butt fucks you with a pineapple. Dead ass. So the rules he was talking was crazy. But at least he stepped up and he swang with Kendrick. He fucking boxed with him. He lost respectfully. Bad coaching. But he lost respectfully. I thought fucking Push-Ups was the best record out of all the ones he put out. That right there, I just think he could have saved it for last. For Family Matters, I don't know what the fuck that was about. People thought it was a slap. I thought the video was entertaining, But the video was all about Kendrick while the record was about everybody else. You're doing 20 versus V. My bad. You're doing 20 versus 1. 20v1. Okay? No one else was trying to claim that shit. But, whatever. With that being said, people used to say, not people, I debated with people about if Drake was to do a battle, he'd do some dumb shit and want to battle somebody else. Great promo, don't get me wrong. The Pusha loss helped Scorpion fucking go to number 1 and literally fucking sell crazy. And the tour that reunited Drake with Meek Mill and Chris Brown was even a successful profit. You know what I'm saying? The battle against Kendrick, it didn't do really anything. But if he needs to battle anybody else, I think the safest battle for him is Rick Ross. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross think he's slick. You know what he's putting out? This nigga got the nerve to put out an album a month after Drake. Drake is going to make sure Ross don't even touch the number 1 spot, let alone top 5. Rick Ross probably got some heat coming. You know what I mean? He's putting out the album set in stone. You know what I mean? He's no longer with Epic Records. He's on Gamma with Maybach Music. I think it's probably going to be some slaps. I like Minx in Miami with French Montana and Max B. I love it. That's a great record. That reminds me of when he came out in Port of Miami. You know what I'm saying? Or Trilla. Those were records. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the perfect battle if he's going to get back, because he should have went at Ross when he put out, I think it was Champagne Moments that Ross put out, or this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ross be talking shit. That's the perfect nigga to go at. Go at fucking Ross. Be at your level. Lyrically, that's a perfect level for Drake. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Drake and Ross got slaps, Diced Pineapples, fucking Aston Martin music, Money in the Grave. Money in the Grave is my favorite record out of both of them. When they do a joint record together, that's my favorite one. That's a slap. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's where Drake should go. Speaking of Ross spoke on Apple Music about Drake. I think he's low-key challenging him. Like, he's saying he ain't mad at him. He want to see him win. He gonna win. This is gonna be Drake week. You know what I'm saying? When he's done, he's gonna have the top 3 spots in the Billboard. The only person who ever done that to try something in that nature was Nelly. He had the number 1 and number 2 spots, dropping 2 albums. Now, Drake is gonna take the top 3, first time in history. And Ross talking that shit. I think he got a Drake diss in the tuck for his album Set in Stone. Yeah, I would finish off Rick Ross if I was Drake. That's definitely a good battle. That's winnable. That's definitely winnable. Just saying. Speaking of Ross, the versus battle between him and French Montana. Believe it or not, people say Ross won. French Montana won. I got him winning by at least 2 or 3. But I feel like it's a discrepancy really when you put 2 friends in the fucking ring for a fucking versus battle. They got songs together and their verses for those songs counted as a round. It was fucking weird. Plus there was records that Ross didn't even put out. Why? This is why Ross didn't win. This is why. He missed a few steps. You fucking lost. You were supposed to win. But I said French Montana, he got records. Now he got records. So I had French Montana winning that. So shout out to French. T.I. is going on tour with his sons Damani and King on the Successor Tour. And he just put out the record Mr. Him, produced by Pharrell. His second record with Pharrell. He's got the records, Let 'Em Know, Trauma Bond, and now Mr. Him. Okay. Sound good. I want to hear what this Kill the King album is going to be. It's going to be interesting. I want to see what's going to be. I hope it's some slaps on there. And it would probably be safe for T.I. to put out one more single and drop the album either late July, early August. I mean, he waited too long, if we're being honest. Everybody's put out. I mean, this shit, March or April was probably the best time to put out a motherfucking album, to put out that album, let alone put out the album. He should have did it when he was going back and forth with 50. He missed his moment. Here comes fucking Drake stealing the moment. This moment's going to last about 2 fucking months. It's going to overshadow Rick Ross' new album, Set in Stone. Too late. And before we get out of here, Chris Brown's Brown album. Fuck you, Pitchfork. You don't know nothing about R&B, bro. Shout out the legend Chris Brown with a mature album. He got the pose, the Luther Vandross pose, the Michael Jackson Thriller pose. Like, that shit's crazy. Everybody was trying to compare this to like, oh, this is Chris Brown's Thriller album. No, it ain't. Personally, I think Fame was his album. I think that was his Thriller. Because that right there, that's an undefeated album, from top to bottom. This was a really great R&B. R&B is back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kalani. She did her thing on her All-Star album. Chris Brown, he showed you. My favorite fucking video from right now is fucking the In the Moment video. That's a fucking crazy video. My top 3 joints right now on the Brown album, which is a really, really dope album. It's like fucking 22, 23, 24 records or whatever. It's Holy Blindfold. That's my favorite. Colors. That's one of my favorites. And I would say In the Moment. In the Moment, it's a fucking fire record. He picked the right record to actually be a great video for. And let's if I gotta maybe give a honorable mention, I would say it's Honey Pack is a good no, you know what? Obvious is a great record. I think I would have that as an honorable mention. But that's all we got. This is Drop That Podcast for Hip Hop Talk. I'm your boy Eddie Jax. Make sure you hit that sub button. Give me the comments. Let me know what you think about the idea for Drake versus Ross, what the Iceman album and the rest of the albums are going to sound like, why GNX and Not Like Us is no longer on Apple Music, and do you have the same scoring for French versus Ross? And lastly, what you think about the Brown album by Chris Brown? Y'all be easy. Peace.